We are not live streaming.
Finance come to order. Take the roll.
Yes. Alderman Bassador.
Here.
Alderman Thompson.
Present.
Alderman Reynolds.
Present.
Here.
Alderman Laverie.
Present.
Alderman Jepson.
Present.
Alderman Herndon.
Present.
Alderman Crane. And Chairman Patak.
Okay. Motion to.
I'd like to make a motion to have Alderman Crane join the finance committee, please.
Do you want to do a pro temp first, please?
First, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
And it doesn't have to be me. Okay. Just to let you guys know, I know it always has been.
You can stay there.
Okay. You making a
I'll
motion?
make a motion to
Second.
make Alderman Lavari the pro temp of the finance committee due to the absence of Alderman Stead.
I'll second.
Jerry seconded already.
Oh, okay.
So motion by Alderman Herndon, second by Alderman Reynolds. Take the roll.
Okay. Alderman Bassador.
Aye.
Thank you. Alderman Reynolds.
Yeah. Aye.
Alderman Laverie.
Aye.
Alderman Jepson.
Aye.
Alderman Herndon.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank
Now motion to let Alderman Crane join us.
I'll make a motion to let Alderman Crane over the phone join the finance committee meeting.
Second.
Motion by Herndon, second by Reynolds again. Take the roll.
Alderman Bassador.
Aye.
Alderman Reynolds.
Aye.
Alderman Laverie.
Aye.
Alderman Jepson.
Aye.
Alderman Herndon.
Aye.
Yeah.
Alderman Crane, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, you're at the finance committee meeting. We're gonna take roll call.
Okay, take the roll.
Alderman Bassador.
Here.
Alderman Reynolds.
Here.
Alderman Laverie.
Present.
Alderman Jepson.
Present.
Alderman Herndon.
Here.
Alderman Crane.
Alderman Patak excused. Okay, the approval of the minutes, I do have a correction. On the minutes, you have, Alderman Bassador is chairing the last committee meeting. It was me.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion by Alderman Reynolds, second by Alderman Herndon. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Discussion, potential recommendation regarding, I hope you don't mind I'm reading these, Amy. Request for monetary donation, Illinois Valley Baseball League LLC and related matters. According to the paperwork, we gave LaSalle $225 last year. You know if that's correct, John?
I don't. I can check it for you though. Are you talking about what we give to the Little League?
Yeah,
Is this the same?
it's a combined league now, but yeah.
Let me check and see.
On the paper they sent us, they said we gave $225 last year. I kind of trust them, but
Didn't we give like 2.5 to the boys and 2.5 to the girls?
there's something. Well, there's that car show that happens in September,
Not a commercial.
and we support it. We don't necessarily. Yeah, and that's for boys. And
It is
girls.
correct. We did give $250 in 2023 and 2024.
250.
250.
Okay. Well, they asked for 225 here, but
No, it says your 2024 donation.
yeah. So.
Well, our city ball's changing this year. I don't know who's aware of that. It's going to be LaSalle, Peru, Oglesby, and Utica combined, creating the Illinois Valley Baseball League. Looks like if we donate at the $300 mark, we can get a City of LaSalle sign in each baseball field.
Yeah, they don't mention Utica here. They just mentioned the South Peru. Oglesby,
I think the
but-
games are going to be played in Oglesby, LaSalle, and Peru.
Okay.
So,
Well, for the extra 75 bucks, we get a sign, right?
yeah.
We get 3 signs.
Well,
One in each diamond.
park.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and make the motion. We donate $300 to the Illinois Valley Baseball League.
I'll second it.
Okay. Motion by Alderman Jepson, second by Alderman Bassett, or take the roll, please.
Yes. Okay. Alderman Bassador.
Aye.
Alderman Reynolds.
Aye.
Alderman LaBerry.
Aye.
Alderman Jepson.
Aye.
Alderman Herndon.
Aye.
Alderman Crane.
Okay, passes. Okay, discussion potential recommendation regarding installation of staircase and handrail to roof digester control building at 400 River Street. Cost of $76,764.70. You got comments, Brian?
Yeah, so this, Terry's here too,
Oh,
so
is he
he'll
still
be
here?
able to
Okay.
answer some of the things I cannot answer. But it was brought up that this is a safety issue. And I working with Donahue at, the initial pricing we received from Vissering was around 86,000, and I worked with their project manager on this, Will Gray, looking at the hours that Vissering had in installing it, and Will thought it should be about 200 hours, and they had initially submitted 280. So we worked with them to get them down to 200 hours. So we reduced this this change order by about $10,000, with Donahue helping assist in getting that reduced. Additionally, on the funding side of it, we do have a low interest loan, similar to like what we had the public hearing for tonight. We have a low interest loan for this digester project, and there's about 40,000 or 44,000 left in the contingency that the 76,000, almost 77,000, 44,000 of that can go towards a loan, but the remainder would have to come out of the sewer fund for these repairs. But it's a safety issue that wasn't seen until, I believe it was built, right? Until we really.
Correct.
So Terry, what is the reasoning for this handrail and staircase that we?
Yeah, so I think more access for the operators to the top of the digester area. So in the past,
Terry, can you come into the microphone?
Yeah. Thanks.
I can talk loud. Not loud enough. So in the past, your digester was an anaerobic digester. It had a cover on it, and there wasn't too much access needed to the top. So now that we've converted it to an aerobic digester, make it a lot safer for the operators. There's a lot more access needed to the top. And probably when we were looking at it as engineers sitting in cubes in an office, we thought, well, you've got the one ladder up with the safety cage going up, and that should be okay. But the amount of times they would have to go up is a lot more frequent than what we had estimated, sitting in our cubes. So operators had requested this. It's kind of safety for them, gives them better access. So, as we mentioned, we negotiated the price, but Vissering is more than able to get this installed. But hopefully that answers your question.
We only have one bid on the actual railing.
They actually went out and got, I think, 2 or 3 bids.
I think so.
There's
yes.
only one in our packet.
They had one.
Yeah.
But they had gone out to, I think they contacted Joe Piano, and not that they had, I think, 2 bids, but they had sent it out to 3 or 4 different people, and Joe said he couldn't do it. I don't know if they contacted machinery maintenance. This is the contractor or the manufacturer that Vissering uses quite often. So, and the cost of that was within what Will thought it should be. I mean, that wasn't like the high price. It was the actual installation that seemed like it was out of line.
And we, Will did have that reviewed by our structural engineers too for
Right.
pricing and to make sure it seemed within reason.
Right.
Mr. Fedrin, does that mean we need 6 yes votes? Or
Well, was this part of the original project?
Yeah, it was, and it's,
And they got the bid?
Yeah.
Vissering got the bid?
and technically,
It would be helpful if you had 6, but it could be contended that given that this is given to the same
it's an
company
add-on,
that
yeah.
won the bid, that this would be an extension of an add-on to that project.
Okay.
yeah, it was just the amount that I wanted to bring up. That if it would have fallen within the contingencies or been substantially less, it's just at as your city engineer, I didn't feel comfortable signing something for $80,000 without bringing it before you. and having discussion.
But the project as a whole was bid.
Correct.
That's correct.
And,
Yep.
and what this is being given to is by the same folks that are out there working on the project for the bid that everybody had a chance to bid in on.
Correct.
Okay.
So do they need an action on this even, or?
Well, they would make a recommendation.
Do we have a motion?
I think it helps to have a recommendation,
Yeah.
whether it arguably could have been done just on your thing. I think it helps to have a recommendation of the finance committee and helps to have, the council weigh in and the public would then be more comfortable too, that they would know that their city council was part of a significant, reasonably significant additional cost in regard to the project.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve?
Alderman Lavari, due to the fact of what Attorney McFedrin said, I'll move that we recommend this. The finance committee recommends this, and we take a vote to go with this digester control and go through the staircase and the handrail to the roof, please.
Second.
Okay, motion by Alderman Herndon, second by Alderman Reynolds. Take the roll.
Alderman Bassador.
Aye.
Alderman Reynolds.
Aye.
Alderman Laverie.
Aye.
Alderman Jepson.
Aye.
Alderman Herndon.
Aye.
Alderman Crane.
And it should be noted, this is a safety part of the original project. And I just talked with Brian and he told me what I said correct. It would be very unlikely, given that the other contractor's already out there working on site, familiar with the project and where it's at, and what is being done here, it'd be very unlikely for anyone who would be paying prevailing wage to beat this on a competitive bid in any event. Is that correct, Terry?
And I believe in the contract documents, there is additional, like we can add to the project and subtract from the project as determined. So it still falls within the contract documents.
Okay, so.
You know, comments or no?
It's been
Old
approved.
business? New business? I won't forget comments this time. Any comments? No? Okay, come on up, Dina. Thanks, Terry.
Hi, Dina Hicks. The question I have in regarding to this stairs is I had reached out to Jordan and asked about if there was bids on this because it was such a huge expense, and asked if I could get copies of these from the packet, and I was told no, that I could not have these, but that it was just an add-on to the job. So now you're saying that there actually was bids that went out to other companies, is that right? And they were allowed to?
Vistering put out bids, right?
Vistering.
Vistering.
Okay. It's like they would hire a subcontractor. We
Gotcha.
really don't have
Okay.
control over who they use to buy concrete or to.
Right.
So, but as part of this, we did request that they reach out to others so that they can get the best pricing, so we can get the best pricing. But as part of that's really not necessary. We just we wanted to, when we got the first price, it was a little sticker shock, and so we worked at them in reducing their hours to install it, and asked them to go out and try to solicit other prices to manufacture these stairs. And as part of that, as Terry had mentioned, he had his structural guys look at it and people who to make sure it was within reason, and they determined the cost that was provided by the company to provide the stairs and the railing around was a reasonable cost.
Okay.
We negotiate the hours down, right, from 280 to 200?
From 280 to 200 at $105 an hour, we negotiated them down, and then there's other pricing, 15%, and there's other costs along with that. So
Right.
it was just under $10,000. We did talk them down in their work.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel better that at least there were other options looked at, and they weren't just said, okay, we're gonna go with Visserine and blah, blah, blah. So,
I'm a cheapskate,
good.
and I feel it's our job to look at and try to save every dollar we can. And when I saw the pricing and thought it was somewhat unreasonable, at least for the hours, we worked at that and got them down, and the pricing, we just wanted to make sure that it was a reasonable price.
Okay, thank you.
Brian lives in the city. You know, a lot of municipalities, engineers don't necessarily live in the city that they're the engineer for, so, you know,
Right.
that gives you a little bit more care. And, you know, they went out for 4 bids and they only had one come back, but on these projects, the engineer makes an estimate of how much they expect it's gonna cost, and if it was way out of line with the engineering,
Right.
you know, then we'd still be out looking.
Right, but
Yeah.
this was an add-on. This
Yeah.
was I don't want to say so much it was an oversight.
Yeah.
But with the converting from anaerobic to aerobic, you have to do more testing, where they were doing maybe once a week, climbing up a ladder with a cage. It was okay for once a week,
Yeah.
but they have to do this multiple times a day. And so it became a safety issue, and it's well worth that $76,700 to make sure that we have that, you know, when it's a repetitive, every couple hours you're doing it's much safer.
Okay. And since this is finance, can I ask a question not related to that or no?
Yeah.
I did get your stuff that you sent me from after the last meeting about the celebration lights cost. I appreciate that. However, I wanted to know what, like, the other costs, like promotion and power, what is that marked under, like, power for the park over the winter months, so I can FOIA that information, do you know?
The promotional costs are most of them are included in here. There are some other promotional costs of the event that are not in here. And since none of this is going to be acted on tonight, maybe it's better if we chat after the meeting so I don't occupy everybody's time. I can
Okay,
maybe
that's
chat with you
fine.
after the meeting and point you in the right direction for what you're looking for.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Any other comments? Motion adjourned.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Reynolds, seconded by Alderman Jepson. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?